Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Charles with Snyder Marketing, and I'm going live today. I missed the last couple of days. It's just this week's been crazy, man. My apologies. I haven't given any updates or anything. Of course, there really hasn't been a whole lot to like update either because it's been a rather hectic week. Had an opportunity to catch a basically like a webinar from Allie Bloyd on the Go High Level series. They were talking about uh, advertising and lead generation, stuff like that. I wanted to check that out, see what she had to say, and what they were doing with that. It was some good information, and it was a good review, I think, for uh, myself, but um, not sure it was the best use of my time, but I like catching stuff like that because there's sometimes you get ideas and concepts, little pointers, tips, little tidbits, little gold nuggets that you can pick up. And Allie just she just like brain dumped on the whole thing. So, I mean, there was a lot of great information there. She really has like her whole system and process really dialed in, like 100%, man. I mean, I was looking at that and I was like, okay, yeah, there's room for me to improve. I mean, she really had it like broken down, and it was some good stuff. So, I mean, it was good in that respect that, hey, I got another perspective on it, and I was able to, um, glean some ideas and stuff off of that, and moving forward with my agency and talking to my team is, we're going to be implementing some of that stuff here uh, going into 2024. I'm not sure, how much we're actually going to get done before the end of the year, but yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to be looking at it for 2024. Anyway, um, the main point was I wanted to check that out, see if there was anything I could use with the webinar, the webinar series that I'm going to be doing for the remainder of this year. I got the next webinar coming up on Wednesday, 1 November at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. We do, like I said last week, we have one confirmed guest speaker lined up, and I can't wait to start announcing that. That's going to be coming next week. I'm going to start doing those announcements. Yeah, this guy is really has it dialed in. But I'm not going to. No secrets yet. I'm not spilling the beans yet. Sorry. um, and I'm meeting tomorrow with another potential guest speaker. So hopefully, I can get her nailed down, set in stone, and because I believe she has a lot of great information as well from a different perspective that ties in with what we're going to be talking about. So basically, that's that, and then the rest of the week has just been working on. I've been working on automations. I've been working on websites. Uh, and the presentation, I've been working on the presentation more than anything. I have like uh, possibility I'm going to be doing like a boiled down version of this for a networking group of like 47,000. So I'm waiting to see how that all kind of pans out. Um, and then hopefully, with the boiled down version, the short version where we're just going to be kind of talking about like a brief overview of everything that goes on in the webinar and what the services are all about and how they play into like business operations, how they affect the bottom line. And at first, the coordinator for the event was like, well, I'm not sure this is really something that deals with operations. And I said, well, if you don't have marketing and sales, you don't have operations. And he thought about it for a second. He goes, okay, you have a point. I said, yeah. I said, if we can agree, if you don't have marketing and sales, the rest of the operations, the system, the processes, the tech, the HR, the legal department, the customer service reps, the fulfillment, none of that matters. It's all not relevant. It's not relevant if you don't have marketing and sales. If you're not making sales, there is no customer service. If you're not making sales, you have no need for an HR department. If you're not making sales, do you really need a legal department? If you're not making sales, do you really need to develop standard operating guidelines and procedures, systems and processes for managing all that? If you're not making sales, can you afford technology? So it was a kind of an interesting conversation where I, I think, and possibly, and it may be been from the initial discussion of, what I'm talking about in the webinar, that, the gentleman didn't really think that it was really tied into with what they're doing as far as like talking about business operations, which is the HR, which is the legal, which is the excuse me. Every damn time I do these live streams, I always get that. My apologies. So anyway, the customer service, the customer fulfillment, the processes, the SOPs, the SOGs, the systems, the information, the technology, all that is just extra stuff that doesn't matter if you don't have sales. And the only way you can get sales is with marketing. So, when I framed it that way, I think he really rethought the position on it, and that it's essential to operations to have marketing and sales, because everything else is built on that. That's the foundation. But anyway, as far as the actual like sign up and stuff, that stuff's all pretty much, set in stone. There hasn't been any real changes there. Just working on some other stuff on the back end. I've been, working on some workflows, getting that stuff updated, and really, like, probably one of the biggest things I've been kind of pecking away at, but not really, it's not really ready yet, is I started working on a website for all of this, for the webinars, for the missed call text back, and how it can really affect small and medium businesses. Because once you get to the point where you are worried about HR, legal, customer fulfillment, and all that stuff, theoretically, yeah, at that point you do have systems and processes and people in place to handle that. But how do you streamline that? How do you make it more efficient? How do you keep those sales coming in as you scale sideways with, people, processes, and technology and stuff? So it's kind of what this website's about, that I started working on, is going through here, and just kind of updating that as I go through here. But this is nowhere near ready to be published yet, so really haven't like mentioned anything about it before this. So that's coming. I'm working on that. There's just so much stuff to do, trying to make little improvements here and there. So the biggest one is I need to go back through, and I want to, and why does it look like, like I'm having an earthquake here? What's going on with my video? I'm not sure what in the world's going on. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, but like it's like my camera's wobbling, but my camera's not wobbling. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I mean, today, well, this whole week's been kind of crazy. Today I'm playing catch up because I'm not doing the classes and stuff. I got, I'm done with that. So now today, today and tomorrow, I'm just trying to get some of this stuff hammered down, set in stone, and going to be working next week mainly on the finalizing the revised version of the presentation. So it's going to be a little bit different, presented a little bit differently than what it was the last time. So it's going to be we're going to have new guest speakers. We're going to have new information, or at least revised how we're presenting that. And then we're going to have some additional supporting documents to go along with that. And starting to promote this with the Harrisburg Regional Chamber of Commerce, and hopefully going to be getting some others involved with this as well. And it's going to be a much larger audience, much more involved, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to my goal is to reach at least 1,000 businesses, 1,500 businesses, and help them out with this, because I truly believe this is a game changer. And it's only really within the last 2 years that all this technology has come together to make this possible, that I've been working towards this. And I'm like, well, holy crap, here it is. Now it's finally clicked. It's finally in place. Now, let's run with this. Try and help out as many small businesses as I possibly can in the process, because if I help them do better, I'm going to do better. My agency is going to do better, and my whole team is going to be doing better. So that's where I'm at. That's what we're up to today. More coming up tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Have a great day.